in March of 2022, we committed $113 billion to the Ukraine war. With $113 billion, we could have built a $1 million home for almost every homeless person in this country. 10 times over. We could have solved a lot of other problems in our country. But we committed $113 billion. The same month, we cut 30 billion people from food stamps. We cut food stamps from $283 a month to $23 a month. Try feeding yourself on that. We cut 15 million people from Medicare the same month. And that same month, the Fed printed $300 billion unanticipated, twice what we're giving Ukraine, to bail out the Silicon Valley Bank. So when the bankers need it, and when the military contractors need it, the door to the safe is wide open. When Americans are poor, when they're starving, when they're sick, it's slammed shut. So they're doing this right in front of us. They don't even care that we know anymore, because they know that they can get away with it. And how do they know that? Because they have a strategy. And that strategy is an old strategy, which is they keep us at war with each other. And when the king and queen look out over the balustrades of their castle, they see all their subjects fighting each other. They go back to the banquet hall and pop champagne corks, because they know nobody's coming over the wall for them. And we're all fighting each other, on these culture war issues that they know are keeping us apart. They're important issues. Most of them are not really solvable legislatively. They're all logjams, guns and abortion and, or things like trans rights, what's happening on the border. They're important, but they're things that keep us apart. And what I've done, what I said I was going to do at the beginning of this campaign, and what I've done, I think, very, very successfully, is to go around this country and talk and find the values that we have in common and talk about those, rather than these culture war issues that keep us all apart. And what I found is that the landscapes of commonality are so much more vast than the things that keep us apart, the values that Americans have in common. Everybody wants to protect our veterans. Everybody wants veterans' families to be able to not have to go to food banks to feed themselves. They want good medical care for our veterans. Everybody in this country wants us to, once again, have the best education system in the world. Everybody wants to end the chronic disease epidemic. If you talk to Americans and the only thing you talk about is climate change, you're going to have people at war with each other. So if you want to talk about things in ways to divide people, you can figure it out. But if you actually want to solve problems in this country by bringing people together, and then there's ways to do that too. And it is a much, much larger subject than the little things that keep us all apart. So, my plan, and this is what I said when I announced in Boston in April, over the next 12 months is to find the things that bring Americans together and stop the vitriol, stop the gaslighting, stop the vilification and the polarization, and then lead everybody over that wall and take back our country for our children. So I want to thank you all. Thank you very much. And thank you, Todd, for inviting me.